tragedy that had struck. Big revelations by the kin of the Air India plane crash victims. Kin asked to show dependency for compensation. The families of the Air India 171 crash victims allege Air India pressured them over compensation claims. Lawyers claim Air India forced the families to disclose financial dependency to get compensation. Air India accused of threatening families of the Air India 171 crash victims. London law firm advising 40-plus families says Air India is using pressure tactics at this point. Stewart's law firm has said AI 171 crash victim families were coerced into signing forms under threat. Lawyers allege Air India's questionnaire could reduce compensation amounts as well. These are crucial details we are picking up on and disturbing claims at the same time in the aftermath of that devastating tragedy that had struck Ahmedabad. With that, we cut across to Nalini Sharma, who joins us on the broadcast to bring us more details. Nalini, these are disturbing claims coming to the fore from the victims' families. Air India has only been on a downward spiral, I must say, ever since the crash took place. Series of events that's taken place putting them on the back foot and leading to loss of face at this point.
At the outset, it also needs to be clarified that Air India has issued an exclusive statement to India today, where they have categorically denied these allegations. They've said that they are unsubstantiated and that Air India is trying in the most supportive and flexible way to try and get the compensation done for the families. In fact, they've also said that 47 of these families have already received the compensation. 55 others, their documentation has been completed. They are in the process of receiving the payments. So a categorical denial has come in from Air India. But like you correctly pointed out, the allegations are also very serious, because what Stewart's, a law firm based in the UK, has told us, and they are advising 40-plus families, is what we're given to understand, is that all of these family members were asked to fill out these forms, and they were asked to fill out these forms under the threat and pressure of receiving the compensation. They've also said that these forms specifically dealt with disclosing the financial dependency of the family members on the person who had passed away in the AI 171 crash. So that, the lawyers allege, is likely to determine the amount of compensation that will be received, because it will be directly related to the amount of financial dependency the family members had on the deceased person. So that's a big allegation coming in from the lawyers who are representing, we're given to understand, at least a few law firms for sure, but they're also advising 40-plus firms, is what we're given to understand. But at the same time, Air India has also categorically denied it. They've said that all of this was part of the procedural formalities, and not only were the families allowed to sign the form there, but they were also given the option to send it via email if required. So as to whether or not Air India or the families in this case are giving out the entire truth is something that's going to come out only in the coming few days, once there are actual lawsuits that are filed either in the US or the UK regarding these allegations. It remains to be seen how the legal strategy develops, but very important allegations that have surfaced, and more important than that, Air India also categorically denying these allegations, saying that they're unsubstantiated and hold no valid ground whatsoever.
Right, Nalini, when we speak of compensation in the first place, we've seen several family members had come in to say that, you know, the loss of life that's taken place cannot be compensated. They were, in fact, family members coming out to say that what will we do with this money now that we have lost our family member? So it is a rather sensitive area as well. Would you say, from preliminary reports that we are getting, apart from this very incident, or rather allegations that's come to the fore as well, would you say Air India has been dealing with the entire situation in the right manner so far into the compensation claims that have been made?
Well, sure, that's what Air India claims, that they have been proceeding with everything with not only utmost professionalism, but also sensitivity, because they say that they realize that it's a difficult time for these families, which is why they've assigned specific people to support these families during this time and to try and ensure that there are no hurdles when it comes to receiving these compensation claims. But at the same time, what needs to be understood is that there are international obligations under which Air India is required to make these payments, and not just the payments of the compensation, but a certain portion of it also needs to be given in advance to these families so that their immediate needs, specifically the funeral expenses and any travel related costs, can be covered by that initial advance payment that Air India needs to make. That's mentioned in the Montreal Convention quite clearly, and that's an obligation that Air India cannot do away with. Now, what these families are actually alleging is that to receive this advance compensation, they've been forced to sign the forms. And some of these families asked for some time. They said they want to consult their lawyers because they were not sure as to whether or not they should be disclosing what kind of financial dependency they had on the deceased person to Air India, against which they could possibly be in a legal battle before the court of law if they ask for an enhanced compensation. The catch here, Shreya, in this entire matter is that when it comes to aviation disasters like this, not only is there a fixed liability on the airline already, but there is also a concept of unlimited liability, which means that all of these aggrieved families can ask for as much amount as possible, and there is no upper limit or upper cap to cap this amount. So, keeping that in mind, there are possible lawsuits that we are going to be seeing for enhanced compensation that is going to be filed. And not just are these lawyers in touch with the families in the UK, but we're given to understand they are also in touch with families from India. So, that could mean a large amount of families. It is important to clarify that till now there are no official lawsuits filed, but these lawyers have told us that they are considering as to whether or not the lawsuits should be filed within the US or the UK is something that they're discussing right now. There are daily meetings going on with these family members and between their lawyers. So it remains to be seen how things develop in the coming days.
Very true, Nalini. Thank you for bringing us all those details about the procedure that's in fact being taken by the Air India Airlines at this point and how things may pan out in the upcoming days. But for now, that's all we have for you on this very piece of information.